Hello and welcome to our podcast. I'm Risa.
And I'm Ariana.
And we're the Krolmeister sisters. As a reminder, this podcast is rated T for teen for strong language and mature themes.
If you would like a podcast where, they keep it profesh, and they don't use strong language, maybe their audio equipment actually works.
Sometimes.
I would assume most of the time. I think they do it in, studio. Head on over to her very own podcast, Unlocked, which you can find on YouTube, if nothing else.
Yes. Also, I think on Apple or iTunes, whatever it's called.
Probables.
So, what are we talking about today, sister?
Today we're fixing some more motherfucking games.
We're fixing some fucking games. Let's do it. We're gonna fix 2 games today. We've already fixed 6 in the past. You should go back and look through our podcast episodes.
We've ripped those games a new hole.
And we're gonna do it to 2 more.
Yeah!
So, we are going to fix Secrets Can Kill Remastered, as well as Phantom of Venice.
Mm-hmm.
Did it kill your mic this time? No. Okay.
I'm here!
Phantom of Venice did not kill your mic.
It felt like the curse of the Phantom. The thing! Anyway,
Exactly. So, first things first. Let's fucking fix Secrets Can Kill Remastered, which, as we just said, we didn't say it in this take. It doesn't matter.
We said it in a long-lost recording that will never, ever be found again.
Nope. They already had the opportunity to fix Secrets Can Kill.
They did.
And they fucked it right up.
They were like, people didn't like not seeing the villain. That was our only problem. So let's just change out the villain for someone that we can see, and let's throw in a ton of fucking references, because that's what people want. They want meta in their Nancy Drew games, right?
Obviously. That's exactly what it is.
This was the start of their downfall. The start of the wink wink nod nod.
I mean, honestly, it's a huge part of it, yeah.
Yeah. Just this
because this came out right before Shadow at Water's Edge.
That was it. Okay, that's what I thought.
So, yes. Because wasn't Shadow at Water's Edge the first one that Nick wrote?
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah. So, yes. It was the start of that. Interesting.
Which is funny because actually I like Nick's... Anyway.
Oh, yeah, no, we love Nick's games.
I love Nick's games. It's just...
But you have to admit, that's when it started. The whole wink wink.
The whole...
Elbow
the whole
thing came in.
Savvy,
I'm gonna punch you in the face with a reference.
Have this reference and this reference.
So,
have a whole story in which we use all of the characters you've ever met.
Yeah. We suggest, if you're gonna play our drinking game while playing Secrets Can Kill Remastered, do not include the rule of drinking at a reference to a past game, otherwise you will get alcohol poisoning.
You will die.
You will die. You just need to chug it. Instead of taking an individual sip for every time you come across one.
It's just like, here's the start of a reference. It's going to be a lot of references. Drink up.
Just chug. Okay. So how do we fix the game, sister?
All right. So let's start where they started, which is with the bad guy. However, they screwed it up.
They did. They did screw it up.
I don't know why they thought, geeky-looking little pedophile dude was gonna be a good
Hard
option.
to figure out who it was. They're all like, it's new and there's a different ending. It's a different ending than before.
We played it the first time and we were like, hey, do you think it's that guy?
Yeah, we were like, oh man, the only new character who then looks like your creepy uncle that you're not allowed to go hang out with on your own.
I was gonna say that's the part where when she says, "Oh, Uncle," whatever the fuck his first name is, I don't remember. Beach. So I don't know the first name. Uncle
Steve?
whatever. Steve. That's it. Ugh.
It's creepy.
Uncle Steve. It's like, no, ew, don't call him Uncle. Ooh, no, that gives me an icky feeling. Don't do it.
Yeah.
So anyway, let's redesign him. So that instead of being Creeper, he's the kind of guy that you can mistake for the gruff but soft-hearted detective, the kind of the guy that, Nancy always wins over, Tex, that sort of guy. You know, so he's kind of like, oh yeah, I don't know how I feel about working with a young girl. And they're like, oh, I guess you're okay. That sort of dude. You know, kind of scruffy along the, 5 o'clock shadow. You know, that you could be like, oh, he's clearly just misunderstood. And then he's not misunderstood. He's the kind of a-hole who would beat the living shit out of a teenager in order to keep his lucrative
secret stealing,
shady dealings under wraps. You know,
pretty much. Yeah.
Let's completely redesign him.
Yeah.
Give him less creepy dialogue, and have him be a more imposing type figure than this skis ball that. Ugh,
yeah.
Ugh, I hate him. I really, really hate him. Like, gives me the fucking creeps.
Yeah, definitely.
He's the guy you stay away from at the park.
Yeah. He's the guy, when you show up at the park with your kids, you show your kids that guy and say, don't go near people who look like that.
It's like, I know we're not supposed to judge books by their cover, kids, but this is a book you judge by its cover because there's no way there's anything good under there.
I mean, pretty much.
Ugh. Anyway.
Yeah.
Park day flashbacks.
I know, right?
Oof. But anyway. Step 2. I have this broken down into steps in our notes.
Yes, it makes me think of step 1, find the worst play ever written.
Exactly.
Step 2, find the worst director ever.
Yeah, I was torn between that and
oh my god. I knew it. They decided you can make more money with a flop than with a hit, and that's why Remastered is like it is.
God damn. It's like, wait, what was this made by? It was made by Bialystok and Bloom.
I knew it. Okay. Continue. Step 2.
Step 2. Hire the worst director ever. Anyway, sorry. I'll get back.
As
step
long
2.
as you don't just start talking like Nathan Lane, we're good.
Damn it, it's gonna be a real effort now. No, step 2. Let's actually seed the real bad guy's motives. I know that the whole point of this is to be like, oh, anybody could be the bad guy, and that's all well and good. That's all.
I mean,
Agatha Christie. That's great.
Yeah, that's how all mysteries should be. Everyone should have a motive. That's not something special that you've done here. That's the base that you need to do.
Well, and okay, because they're the mysteries where it's like, oh, the victim didn't do anything to anybody. They didn't have any enemies, and then there's this guy who Jake had a lot of fingers and a lot of pies, and those pies did not like it, and I'm sorry. Anyway,
did he have all the irons in the fire?
All of the irons.
All of the irons.
So yeah, no, but he's a real piece of shit. Which I do like. I like that fact, honestly. I love that we can see why people would want to kill our victim. Because after having to solve all those fucking puzzle, all those, the clues to the one fucking 18-step puzzle, I get it. I wish I'd killed Jake. That was just frustrating as all hell. But so we already get little hints for why the other people might want to kill him, but we need to actually be able to feel like there's another bad guy before we get to that last videotape. So have it be just something offhanded that the other kids mention, like maybe Hal saw something in his locker at some point, or maybe Connie overheard a phone call in which he was, arguing with somebody. Maybe Daryl happened to see him, dealing with somebody shady outside of, like he went out back to have a break, and he looked out and saw him dealing with somebody shady, it's gotta be something like that. We can't just have the videotape pop up out of nowhere and be like, third act turn, and then the act's over.
Currently, the same issue with the original version of it has happened with this remastered version, where they tried to correct the whole, we don't know the bad guy until he shows up thing, right? That's what they were trying to fix, and then they still did it.
Yeah. They're like, well, we still want it to be a surprise. It's like, no, guys.
It's like, no. You have to be able to follow the clues yourself. Otherwise, it's bullshit.
Bullshit. But yeah, so give us some, much like in, actually it gives me the Creature of Kapu cave feels, wherein we already know who the bad guy is, but there's absolutely no reasoning to it until the very end. At least this is before the fucking, afterward, the epilogue, there we go, that's the word I was looking for.
Yeah.
So
true.
at least this is before the epilogue, but not too much before. It's like literally the last, like, minute of the game, and you're like, so that's not...
pretty much.
That's not, hiding, that's completely withholding evidence that we need to be able to have in order to actually feel like we're solving a mystery. You know?
Yeah.
Step 3. Give the suspects more than one dimension. We get it. Connie is uptight. Hal cares about his grades. Hulk is a jock. And Daryl is the weirdly flirty, quote-unquote, guy.
Creep.
He's a creep. He's a fucking creep.
Creep.
I feel like it's even more driven home in his little 3D rendering than in his cartoon rendering.
The cartoon rendering is oddly charming.
Yeah.
The 3D rendering is like, you have no eyebrows, and
like,
you're coming at me like this.
You're terrifying, and, you got the weird Aryan look to you, and you're just making me uncomfortable.
Yeah, honestly. He looks like he's going to invite me to a book burning. I'm sorry, I'm judging books by their cover tonight.
Well, that is the theme of this game, because there's nothing else to these characters. It's just their covers. It's like, oh, yes, this is this person, this is that person, you know who they are, they're the archetypes. They can't be just archetypes. That's not interesting. It's even worse than the cardboard cutouts in Secret of the Old Clock. This is we're back to the cartoon characters on in the first one. They have absolutely no dimension, and they're like flimsy as all get out. They're blowing in the wind. So maybe, try to add more to it, with while still being in line with trying to keep them, suspicious. Like maybe, let's see, where are my instances? Maybe, okay, so Hulk is a jock doing performance-enhancing drugs. But what else? Maybe he also works at his dad's car wash, which, he seems like his dad would own a car wash, right? Like, I mean, come on. If we're going to judge books by the cover in this game. So maybe between working at his dad's car wash and the stress of doing sports and trying to get like a sports scholarship, all the sports, an athletic scholarship to a college. And
I do sports. I am sports boy.
I am sportsman.
Sports scholarship for sports with balls.
Sports with sports school. I will be on the sports team. So maybe between all of that and having to be the errand boy to this little piece of shit that you would normally just, like, dunk his head in a goddamn toilet and be over with, because he's a jock, so he's gotta be a bully too, right? But anyway, so maybe instead of just doing that shit, that pushes him over the edge. And so, it'd be like, oh, so he was humiliating you, he was stressing you out, maybe you killed him. And, or Hal, maybe he had a change of heart, because he doesn't seem like the kind of guy who would just, like, let that sort of shit go. Maybe Hal is like, oh, you know what, the guilt is killing me, Jake, I need to tell somebody. And then, Jake goes, oh, you're gonna tell somebody? Okay, well, I'm gonna tell them this, because, and he makes it worse, and it's like, oh, so he had something else on you, too, and, or something to that extent, and so, we need to get a feel that these are actual people, because, they're not.
I'm still confused about Connie and what her motivation is at all, because all I hear is that he caught her winning at a tournament, and so why would she want to kill him?
Right?
He knew I won. I had to kill him.
You know, him once, they made me date him. Like, is that what was supposed to happen, by the way? Is that what we're supposed to get from that? She was forced to, like, go out with him?
Yeah, I don't know. They
Which,
didn't think the Connie thing through. Yeah, that's...
But, like, I guess that the whole point was that she was... the whole point was that she was, she would have been stripped of her medal because of, that was the assumption, I think, which then, when it actually comes down to it, they're like, oh, no, that's not what happens, you know, we'll just extend it so that women can participate too, blah, 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 blah. But, like, it's so bad. So anyway, yeah. Give them characters. Give them dimensions. Step 4. Give us some goddamn fucking puzzles. Like, Jesus shit.
You didn't like the one puzzle in the boiler room and then the one puzzle in the library? You didn't like those?
I did not. No. I've got to tell you, I did not care for them. Like, I can handle the 18-step puzzle if I've got some other goddamn puzzles. But I don't. Basically, I have replaced the ladle so that replace the wire cutters with a ladle so that the place doesn't explode. And
excuse you, those are bolt cutters?
Yeah, whatever. Fuck it, whatever. Metal cutting shit. Which, again, they don't give you any reason to take, but whatever. They didn't bother to update that either. They really fucked this game up, man.
Yeah.
Man. They should have had, like, multiple reasons for you to use the bolt cutters, so that you would already have them in your inventory, and it would make sense.
Yeah.
I'm glad I'm coming up with that now. As opposed to when I was writing my notes. But yeah, so give us some puzzles, give us some secret compartments, so that Jake would have hidden evidence in different things, not just in a single goddamn videotape. Give us Connie asking us to do some project for her so that she'll go do something for us. Give us Daryl asking him to organize the new schedule now that Jake is dead. Give us something that's not just decoding the fucking messages that fucking Jake left in the fucking bulletin boards. Okay.
You okay?
No. I'm gonna need some time to recover from this game. And it's been several days because I finished this on Wednesday.
Yeah.
I know my days.
It's okay.
I'm gonna cry now, so let's move on to Ven.
So, Phantom of Venice. That game sure is a game.
It shows
up
a game.
in so many people's bottom 5 games. It is amazing to me.
Did it show up in the top games from that one?
I think it did. That one person who did a top 10 games and then seemed to hate all 10 of the games they chose. You know, whatever. A top 10 that doesn't even have Danger on Deception Island on it. Whatever. Fake
Not a
fucking
top
fans.
10. Mm-mm.
I'm sorry. I still subscribe to the belief that person actually was a plant.
Oh, yes.
Hired by Her Interactive to do that.
Yeah, they didn't even, like, bother playing the games. They just
because
had
they
the
put Ransom of
synopses
the
in front of them, and they
Seven
went,
Ships on there.
yeah, exactly. Nobody puts Ransom of the Seven Ships on their
no
goddamn
one likes
top.
Ransom of the Seven Ships. Just like no one really likes Phantom of Venice. And there's reasons for that. There's some major reasons for that. Number 1, this game is not fun. There is definitely, like, it should be fun. The premise for this game should be a fun game.
It should
You
be.
are going to Venice to work with the Italian police to catch someone who is the ringleader of a Commedia dell'arte themed mafia.
Like, what?
What about that wouldn't be fun? and yet, this is one of the most tedious games that there is. So let's fucking try this. Let's just fucking try this,
Break
friends.
it down now.
Number 1, let's actually work with the fucking police. Nancy, I am begging you to just actually do what people ask you to do for once. For once in your fucking life. Do not go off and do things on your own. Yes, I know she follows orders. And she does. She gets all those weird things. She has to go to the bank. She has to feed, like, a tracker to a pigeon. She does weird shit like that. I get it. But she also goes and does extracurricular things. Let's put it like that. Where she doesn't tell the police where she's going. She doesn't do that. She just goes and she steals a fucking sapphire. Like, no, you're not gonna.
That seemed like the best part of your plan there, Nance.
You're gonna go without telling anyone where you're going to go meet with people, and then, oh no, you almost got drowned in a sewer. I'm so surprised. I'm okay.
Yeah.
So, can we at least have someone there to interact with? We talked on the phone with someone, our agent, our point of contact.
Mm-hmm.
We talk with our point of contact on the phone, but we don't do very much else for the police. And I feel like in a game where we're literally there to do police work, we should do fucking police work. And maybe, like, I would like having, like you put it in there, an actual face-to-face contact is great. And having to maybe intercept things, decode things, make it like you're actually doing police work instead of feeding a tracker that will self-destruct to a pigeon.
Like, that pigeon exploded, guys.
Like, I'm just saying that going undercover, totally cool. Silly that it's the Samantha Quick thing.
Yeah,
Especially since Samantha Quick was something that was made up by Simone in Final Scene.
Mm-hmm.
So, really, Zoe Wolf stole that from us.
Yeah. Zoe's a
that out
goddamn
there.
thief.
We were Samantha Quick before anyone else was. But, like, maybe we needed to work that out with our contacts a little more instead of just going and getting dressed up in a Ah, yes. This blonde wig and red evening gown and
I've heard that
white...
this is how Samantha Quick dresses, therefore, I'm going to...
That's like, you look like you're from Pretty Woman.
Yes.
Number 2, we need to fix the fucking minigames, because these minigames are the worst in anything. Like, honestly, the having to go to steal the sapphire or diamond, whatever it is, that is the worst thing with those, like, laser robots. It's like, what is going on here? I hate this. I don't want this. I don't ever want to do this again. Mm-hmm. Maybe if we'd talked to our police friends, they would have made it so to turn all that stuff off.
Right? Maybe they would have made it easy for us.
Maybe.
Given us devices to like, interrupt the things,
exactly.
you know?
Instead of having to do a weird stealth puzzle, which I hate. Stealth puzzles are the worst, just in general.
And just so we're clear, the way that is designed is like fucking Chips Challenge up in here. I hate it. I hate everything
Chips
about
Challenge
it.
Was good.
I like Chips Challenge, but I hate it as a Nancy Drew thing.
Another bad puzzle, just minigame, dancing in a catsuit. Can we do something that's not dancing in a catsuit to weird, like, siren noises?
Wow.
That needs to not happen. Just, no. And Scopa? Fuck Scopa. Fuck you, Scopa. I want real puzzles. Can I have puzzles instead of playing cards? No more Scopa. Just say no. Just say no to Scopa.
Additionally, I'd like to share that Risa had in her notes, dancing in a catsuit. Please rethink your life and choices for interactive.
It's just, I can't with that game. Back on track.
Shitty ass game.
Scopa is fucking terrible. The Scopa challenge. This is your Scopa challenge. If you think Scopa is fun, teach it to a bunch of children. They'll be very excited to learn it. Yeah? Within 20 minutes, they're going to realize you tricked them into playing the most boring game on earth.
That was the best day of my life. When Risa taught a bunch of kids that game to punish them, basically. It's like, you guys are being too loud in the green room. Here, I'll teach you a game.
So, number 3. Fix the fucking characters. Every single one of these is fucking do this. I don't know if you've noticed. Fix the fucking characters. Colin/Justin needs a personality replacement stat. Please make him less creepy, because every time I talk to him, I fear for my life.
Yes.
I feel like he's going to capture me and wear my skin.
Yes, and no, he's not going to wear your skin. He's going to look at it in a slide.
It's terrible. Especially, it's just really, really awkward, and I don't want to have to deal with that personality in a game when I've had to deal with men being like that to me in real life. I don't like it in real life. I don't like it as Nancy Drew.
I think that's the worst part about it, is it's like, of all the personality traits that you can take from, like, real life men, let's not take that one.
Yeah,
like, let's
not
leave that
take
one outside.
Yeah, let's not take the, ooh, I'm creepily falling in love with you within moments of meeting you because I've decided to put you on a pedestal and idealize you,
right,
to a dangerous extent.
Like this is I'm sorry, like, just as an aside, this is for young girls. They're gonna get that already. Let's give them something else.
Please.
They don't need it. Let's show them that male characters, just as men in real life, don't have to be that.
Yeah. Like,
Let's give them something else.
When this came out, it came out in what, 2007, 2008? 2008. I had already had to deal with this type of person at the age of 16. Like, I didn't want to deal with it in the game as well. So, please, fix that. Fucking fix that. Helena? Oh, I don't even... She's so bland. I can't even remember how to pronounce her fucking name.
Ugh.
She doesn't have there's nothing to remember about her. Like, she's the bad guy, and I don't remember why.
Yeah, Risa had to remind... Risa says in her notes that she's the bad guy, and I went, oh, shit, right, yes, she is. Because I'm just like, no, the Mafia's the bad guy. I'm like, it's Enrico, right?
No, it's not. Let's talk about Enrico. Can we nix the Commedia dell'arte theme? Because for the bad guys, because playing Scopa with Enrico in the fucking mask, it's like... I can't take him seriously. He's dressed like a clown.
He's clearly, like, not the actual badass of this like, group. Because it's just like, look at him. He's the simple man. He's not...
Oh my god. I just cannot. But the rest of the characters, to be honest, are fine. Like, those are my three main ones where I'm just like, I can't take them seriously.
Sister, there's literally one other character.
Yeah. I don't remember her. Her name's like Margarita. I think she's Comtessa or something like that.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, Margarita.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
She's like a...
Or is there another person?
There's also Fango, but I don't think we
No, we don't deal with him, right?
We just try and catch him.
We see him across the way.
Yeah.
I don't think we should talk to him?
No.
No, we just break into his office.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. The Comtessa is awesome.
Yeah, I like her. Her whole thing, she's out there tanning, and they're like, that's bad for you. She's like, yes, but I'm only going to be on this earth for a little amount of time, so I might as well look good when I do it. And I was like... Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
I am aware I could get cancer for it. I don't care.
She makes me think of Jane.
Exactly.
She's just like my one of my best friend's grandmothers. That's what she's like. She's smoking with a freaking
martini.
Thank you. Martini in one in the other hand, and then she's like putting on her tanning lotion, and it's like, you're gonna die, right, Jane? We're all gonna die. I'm gonna look great when I do it. Yes, ma'am. You do what you fucking want to do.
Yeah, she's in her 70s. She's allowed to do whatever the fuck she wants. Mm-hmm. And that's how I feel about the Comtessa.
You do it, lady. Except maybe play a little cool with that waiter dude who looks really uncomfortable.
True. So last thing. We are in Italy. We're
in Italy?
The bulk of the time learning about nothing having to do with Italy. Mm-mm. Like, we learn little tiny bits of things, right? We learn about Commedia dell'arte. Sorry, my brain and my mouth aren't talking. Commedia. So we learn about Commedia, and I'm like, sure, okay, cool, that's fine. And then we learn a tiny bit about, like, the architecture and stuff just through Colin.
Yeah, I guess a little bit.
Because it's just like, why don't we learn more about that? If we have someone who is here, specifically for, like, the Tesserae and stuff, maybe we could have learned more about Roman architecture and the like. Learned about, like, their underground heating systems, stuff like that. Because all that's really cool stuff to know and to learn. But no, what do we learn about? We learn about fucking clowns.
The worst thing to fucking learn about.
The worst thing to learn about. We learn about clowns. So, like, all we needed was, like, something else about Italy. Instead of, yes, you can go on the gondola rides.
Right. That's it.
That's what we do.
And here are some random Italian words to know.
I know. They don't even actually, like, we don't have to use Italian other than in that one little section with the, whatchamacallit, with the police when we're trying to catch Fango. And it's just, Fango?
Like, oh, yes.
Fango? I don't remember his name. I'm not gonna lie.
Fango, I think.
It's Fango?
I believe
I can't
so.
remember. All I know is that we use more French in Danger by Design than we use Italian in Phantom of Venice.
And
we don't use very much... Yeah, we don't even use very much French in Danger by Design. So, just putting that out there. Just putting it out there. It's terrible.
Oh, he's to the left of the fountain.
Yeah, exactly. Sorry.
He's behind the truck.
I do this stuff... That entire game, little mini game thing, reminds me of what I play with my Spanish students when I'm teaching them estar. And we have Donde está Mickey, because it's a little mouse next to different things. So, Donde está Mickey? Mickey está a la izquierda de. So it's just that entire thing just makes me think of that.
Yeah.
But yes, so...
Well,
We just need something more about Italy.
honestly, I'm going to be honest. That game when I took a course in Italian, my like first year in college, that actually was a very helpful. I was like, oh yeah, I learned this. I already did this. I was like, oh yeah, and I went back to that mini game and I was like, yes, I get this. I know what it means.
Yeah,
and it's just. But that was it. It was helpful for the first quarter of my elementary Japanese.
wow.
Wrong language. I did both of those. My elementary Italian. I learned weird languages.
What's great about that, to be fair, what's great about that is I don't have to read the stupid, like, vocabulary thing. For that bit, because I'm like,
the cognitives are perfect.
It all sounds like Spanish, doesn't matter. I'm like, anything like cognates, let's do it. So that's how I feel about Phantom of Venice. So let's go back over that. 1, let's make it make more sense, and if we're going to work with the police, work with the police. 2, fix the mini games so that they actually are mini games or in puzzles. 3, fix the characters so that they're not terrible. And 4, we're in Italy. Let's make it Italy. If you just do all of those things, it'll be a good game. You know, just change the entire game, and it'll be good.
Just,
start from scratch.
Change it. Just let's back to the drawing board.
Yes. So that's how you fix these 2 games. We just fixed Secrets Can Kill Remastered for you. So now you can use Secrets Can Kill Remastered. And then Phantom of Venice.
Secrets Can Kill Remastered 2nd edition.
I like remastered.
Well, see, remastered is because they change the design, the physical design, but remastered 2nd edition means they can keep the designs, just change everything else.
So that's been our ideas on how you fix these 2 games. If you guys have other ideas or think that they don't need fixing, please tell us. You're wrong. They do need fixing, but you can tell us on our Tumblr, Twitter, YouTube, SoundCloud, or Twitch. So all of those things. Just as a reminder, you can now subscribe to us on Twitch, so you can get access to our cute little emote, which looks like a wine glass, which is cute. So you can tell us when to drink when we're streaming our games. And you can also shower us with bits, cheer bits for us, which, you know, for the Ariana needs a good computer fund.
All the bits count.
All the bits count. But yes, so that's it for this.
Could do a
Yeah.
Kickstarter.
No. They don't want you to do Kickstarters for that. We would do a GoFundMe.
Fine. That's fine. I don't give a shit about that shit anymore. Those things.
Kickstarters?
Yeah.
Too many? You got burned by too many?
I got burned, man.
We should do a Kickstarter for Midnight in Salem.
This is what you guys need, right? Here, take the money. That's all you need, right?
So, just as a reminder, I'm Risa.
I'm Ariana.
And we're the Krolmeister sisters. And we're asking you guys to stay sleuthy.